Hello class, today we're going to study sheet 4 for engineering drone class, and it's about isometric views or isometric shapes. So how to draw isometric shapes is very simple. First of all, let's just understand how to use our tools properly. We're gonna need a right angle triangle, 30 degrees and 60 degrees, all right? And we're gonna need, of course, a t-square, and then simply we can use the 30-degree on the triangle and the opposite 30 degrees, and then the vertical line to what? The vertical line to draw this 3D view. Now, what's the degree from the horizontal to here? Is 30 degrees. Here is 30 degrees, all right? So this is how we use the triangle, simply by flipping it. This way we have 30 degrees to the left, flip it. This way we have 30 degrees to the right, and then we have a vertical line, all right? Now, let's start with our first shape. We have this 3D shape. How we're going to start to draw it? Very simply, I'm gonna choose a point in which I will begin drawing. Let's start from this point, all right? Simply, I'm gonna take the triangle, go left 30 degrees, all right? And I'm gonna go a distance of 50. Now, you can measure using the triangle. This is 50. And then I'm gonna go from the same point to the right side, flip the triangle. I don't know the distance because this side doesn't measure, so I'll just draw it like that. All right, I'm gonna draw this time with an H so you can remember. You can, my work lines, I will be using 3H pencil. You can use whatever line you like, but since I'm gonna do a lot of work lines, I'm gonna use a 3H. So now, from this point, I'm gonna have to go up 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters, according to our scale, is 1.2, right? We have a 1 to 10 scale. So about 1.2 right here. And then simply, I don't need to measure again to the left side. I just go from this point with a 30-degree angle, and then simply go vertically from the bottom. And then we did this shape. Now, we'll go from this point, again, just a line, and then we'll measure later. So what is this distance? This is 75, right? So we'll measure 7.5 centimeters according to our scale. This is 7.5. We notice there is a line after 25 and then another 25. So I have to mark these points. 25, which is 2.5, and then 5 centimeters. So I marked 3 points. Clear? I'm just gonna erase the extra. And then I take my triangle, all right? And I'm gonna go vertically here. This is this line, right? And then I'm gonna go vertically here. And then I'm gonna go vertical here. Now, I'm gonna need to erase this middle part, right? Because it's not here. And erase this one for now. All right, so I'm gonna need to go a distance of, let's say I don't know the distance. Let me just draw a line. Now, what is this distance? From here to here, we have 12 centimeters. All right, the total distance is 50, right? So how can I find this distance? We know that this is 25 and we know this is 12. So the remaining should be 13, right? 50 minus 12 minus 25, that's 13, which is 1.3 centimeters. So 1.3 centimeters, 12 and 13 should make us about 12 plus 13, that's 25. So we just simply mark 2.5, 2.5 right here. And then we again take the triangle, 30-degree angle, and just draw a random line. We don't know the distance yet. All right. And here also we notice we need to go to the right side using the right angle triangle, flip it, and just go to the right. Now, what is this distance? It should be 2, right? 20 according to our scale is 2. So just mark it here. Simply connect the lines. Now, just erase the extra. What is missing right now? We have a 12 centimeters, which is 1.2 here, right? And then we simply flip the triangle, just draw some distance. We'll fix it later. And then from this point, 30 degree until it intersect with the line that we just drew. So you don't need to measure all the time. Just measure once and then draw until it intersects with each other, okay? So now, what is missing here? This line is missing, all right? So simply, like we said before, we don't need to measure. How to get this point? Draw a line from here to here using the triangle, and then go down vertically, and then the intersection will be this point. So we'll just draw a line, and then we go vertically from this point, and then the intersection, we will simply connect it like this, and then our figure should be, or this part should be finished, right? Now, what is missing? From this point, we need to go up vertically 2.5 centimeters, again, according to our scale. So let's just use it like that. 2.5. Oh yeah, let me use this pen. All right, now, from this point, this is extra. We said this is extra, right? Now, from this point, I'm gonna have to go here, and I'm gonna have to go here. So, again, using the triangle, let me go a distance, flip it, very simple, and go, we'll measure later. Now, what is this distance? It's 20, so that's 2 centimeters. Just mark it. This is 2 centimeters. Raise the extra. What is this distance? This is 25, which is 2.5. All right. Now, I'll just begin from here, go up, and then until it intersects with this line. We don't need to measure all the time. Now we have our figure almost finished. What is missing? Simply how to draw an inclined line. We simply connect these 2 points. So just connect them using a ruler or a triangle or whatever you like. Now it's done. Our figure should be done. I drew it using 3/8, so it's not very clear, but this is how your figure should be using the just a triangle and a T-square. All right. So there's something missing. What is missing? It is required to do the isometric view and the full side view of the figure. Now, since we're looking from this angle, this is our elevation. So what is our side view? It's this one, all right? So we're gonna have to draw our side view, all right? Right? So this is how to do the side view. I'm not gonna draw very accurately, but this is 5 centimeters. We're gonna go up about 1.2, so this is 1.2. And let's just draw a very thin line, right? So this is from this side, right? We're just looking at it at a 2D perspective. No more 3D now, it's just a side view. So we went up from here 1.2, and we up from here 1.2. And then what is missing? We have an inclined shape here. We're just gonna draw it using 2D, so it's not gonna appear as inclined, but this distance should be 20. So let's just go 2 centimeters here. Correct? Now we have a distance to the upside, which is 25, right? This is 25. So we're gonna go up more, 2.5, and then again here 2.5. Then connect them, right? This is very just roughly drawing. And here, are we finished in this side? No. What is missing? We're gonna draw this line. Now, we still have one small detail, which is the hidden line in this void. Now, where's the hidden line? It's this one. After 1.2, right here, we're just gonna draw a hashed line indicating that there is a void right here. Okay, so this is how to draw the side view of this shape. All right, so now let me just make it bold just for your reference so you can see it, just very roughly, so you can understand the picture here. Of course, you should do it slowly and accurately, but this is just for your understanding. Let's just do it very quickly. All right. Now you should be careful when you make the drawings bold, because it will make the drawing a bit dirty like this, so you need to be careful and clean, but we'll just be doing it really quickly. So you should have something like this, right? This is the isometric view. Just write the dimensions and your isometric view is finished. It's a very simple figure. Okay, now for the second figure, again, I'm gonna choose a point where I'm gonna stop my drawing. Let me choose this point, all right? So from this point, I'm gonna go 6 centimeters according to our scale again. 6 centimeters to the left, and then we're gonna go I cannot measure using this side, so I'm just gonna make a line. I'm gonna need it later. Just measure 2 centimeters, right? So we're gonna put 2 centimeters right here. Go down 30, right? So we're gonna go 3 centimeters. Again, we're just gonna do a line like this, and then it's gonna be 3 centimeters, and then we're gonna go up. No, sorry, we're not gonna draw this one yet. All right, so we made this point, and this point. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And 5. So we're just gonna make the thickness of the shape. So from here, it's 10, right? It's 10 here. Here, it's 20. So there's a difference in elevation right here. So we're gonna go up by 10, which is 1 centimeter. Here. And then we're gonna go up here 20, right? Which is 2 centimeters. Now, what is this distance? It's mentioned right here, it's 40. So I will go 40 by thickness equal to 10. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 40, right? I'm gonna go simply vertically, and then until it intersect with each other. this is the left side, right? So let's go up here. How am I gonna measure? Do I need to measure the vertical line? No, just draw like this very quickly until it intersects. This is the same thickness. Done. All right, go vertically and then draw a line. Done. Go vertically. Again, just draw a line using the triangle. The triangle will do half of the work for us. All right, so just delete the extra, delete the extra. All right, now let's start from the right side. We're gonna go again 30 degree equal to 3 centimeters, right? 1, 2, 3. This is 30 as well, right? Now we're gonna go up from this point and to the left side. So let's go up. Let's go some distance. Let's measure later. And then let's go left. Right? So now we are in this point. I drew this line and I drew this line. I'm gonna measure it right now. This should be 2. This is 2. And this should also be 2, right? Now, I have made this point. Again, I'm gonna have to go like this. I'm gonna have to go like this. So from this same point, let me just fix this. From the same point, let's go 40. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from this point, let me just make some distance. Go up vertically. And now until it intersects. And this face is done. From this point, I'm gonna have to go like this. I don't need to measure. Let me just do it like that. And because I already measured this one, so I'll just until it intersects with each other. All right, it's just missing a little bit. So again, from this point, I'm gonna have to go like this. So just go a vertical line from here. And then from this point, using the triangle, draw until it intersects with your line. Done. All right. So how will we proceed? Very easily. We should proceed going up from this point. 10, correct? So let's go up from here. 1. This is 1. And then from this point, again, I'm gonna go like this and I'm gonna go like this. So I'm gonna go 2 for this side, 1, 2, and I'm gonna go some distance here. I'm gonna measure later. It's actually 30, so 3 centimeters right here. I'm just doing it very roughly, by the way, just so you can understand. And then let me draw a line right here. Why? Because I'm gonna make this box until it intersects. Done. Clear? All right. Now, we can proceed from this point. I'll just go down. The distance should be 20, right? So it should be 2. Very, very roughly. Should be 2. And then you'll just go like this. And then you'll go down like this. And then you will connect these two. And then you'll connect this one with this one. And then you'll connect this one with this one. If you're very accurate, this point should be intersect with this point should be intersect with this point. So just to understand how to do it, just doing it very roughly. So this is your isometric view of this shape. Now, next, we're gonna draw our elevation. We said, since we're looking at it from this way, this is our elevation, and this will be the side view. So we only need the elevation. So how are we gonna draw the elevation? Very simply again, just go, let me draw it right here. Just go 60, so 60 plus 30. 60. Again, we're looking at it as a 2D perspective. This is 60 and this is 30, right? So the total distance should be 90. So this is 9 centimeters, very, very roughly. What is the thickness from the right side? 1, right? What is the thickness from the left side? For now, it's 20. Let's start with 2, okay? Let's just finish the first step. Now, we're gonna draw a line. 30 plus 40. How much is 30 plus 40? 70, right? Now, why am I doing this? This distance plus 40 from here will equal to the length in which it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the length in which it is 1 centimeter in thickness, right? Here it is 2 centimeter in thickness, so I'll just go down like this, correct? So this whole length is 1 centimeter. This small part is 2 centimeters. Now there's something is missing. What is it? After 30, there is a difference in elevation, so we'll have to indicate that by a solid line. So here, right here, we're gonna have to go up like this. So we finished the first layer. This is not here, right? This is not a line, it's just an open area. Okay? Now, from this same point, we're gonna have to go up 20, right? Just very quickly, I'm not gonna do it accurately, but we went up 20 from this same point. Look here, from this same point, all right? We're gonna go up 20. So this is 20, and very, very simply, until I reach this line, right? So I'm just gonna draw this like this until it intersects. So now I have drawn the box, this box, right? Done. What is missing? Only this part. Again, we're only looking at 2D perspective. So we're gonna go up from this point 2 centimeters. Correct? And then just horizontal line. And then go up like this. So roughly, this is how your elevation should be. Done? This is 30. And this, from here to here, it is 40. And this distance is 20. Correct? Done? This is 20 as well. This is, thickness is 20. And this is 20. This is also 40. Okay? This is how your elevation should be. All right, now for figure 3, this is figure 3. It's just like any isometric figure. However, we have a couple of circles here, a 3D circle or a cylinder. Here as well, we have a curve, and here on the door, we have an arc as well. So, but we're gonna ignore all of that. We're gonna draw, just imagining like it's a box, not drawing any circles for now. So please just ignore it. So, first of all, I'm gonna choose a point in which I'm gonna start drawing. This is the point. It should be here because we're gonna consider this like a square. So what is the distance from here to here? It's 130 plus this distance. What is this distance? Simply, it's equal to the radius of the outer arc, okay? So 130 plus 40, how much is that? That's 170, right? So I'm gonna start from this point, or this, yeah, the bottom point, okay? I'm just gonna draw a random line, and I'm gonna measure it to be exactly 17 centimeters, 170 centimeters, but according to our scale, 1 to 10, it should be 17 centimeters, okay? Now, what we're gonna do, from this same point, we're gonna go a depth of 40. Why? Sorry, 80. Why? Because this is a circle, right? So the total diameter of the circle is 80, double the radius, right? So we'll just go a distance of 80. So let's assume this is 4, this is, so let's check. Yeah, it's 80. So now this is our starting point. What we're gonna do now is, let me bring the small triangle. Now we're gonna go up a distance here, right? We're just gonna go up a distance. We're gonna go up vertically as well here, some distance. And then we're gonna measure this distance to be equal to the thickness of this layer, okay? It's 2 centimeters according to, again, our scale, right? All right, this is 2. How to connect them? I don't need to measure here again. Simply by using the triangle, we connect these 2 points. Done. Okay? What's next? I'll go to the right side. Let me bring this one. We'll go to the right side. And then we'll go vertically on the point that we measured earlier. So, yeah, this is the front face, okay? So, let's start from the right hand. Okay, before we start from the right side, let me just draw this line, just imaginary line, to imagine this box. So now, we didn't draw the circles, we just draw a rectangle, okay? So, just ignore it for now. Now, what is this height? We're gonna start upward from this point. What is this height? It's 100, meaning 10 centimeters, meaning 10 centimeters. So let's just draw a line and measure it using this. Let's measure 10. Yeah, so this is about 10. So right here, this is 10, okay? So what now? We can notice from this point, we have a line here, and we have a line here. So what I'm gonna do is, very simply, I'm gonna draw this line first, okay? How long is this line? The total depth is, we said it's 80, right? So this should be, from here to here, it should be 80, okay? So I'm just gonna draw a line. Let me remove this. I'm just gonna draw a line from this exact point, okay? Equal to 80. All right? So I have drawn this line. I'm gonna mark this distance and this distance and this. This is already marked. I just need to mark this one and this one, okay? So this is 2 centimeters from the center or from the starting point. Done. And this is 2 centimeters from the opposite point, right? Done. Now what I'm gonna do is simply, I'm just gonna use the triangle, flip it to the other side, and just from this point, I'm gonna draw an imaginary line or a work line. We're gonna modify it later. From here, work line. From here as well, just a simple work line. And finally, from here. This will make our work much easier, okay? Just remove this one for now. This will make our work much easier. So what now? This distance is 24 and this distance is 38. So 80 minus 38 minus 24, this is 18. So this is 24, this is 38, and this is 18. So we're gonna have to mark this here at the base, all right? So let's mark it. So the total should be 80, right? So this is the 0, and then we have 1.8, and then we have, we said we have 3.8, and then we can check this is 2.8. 4, okay? So I have marked this point, and this point. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna draw a work line right here, okay? I know that this work line should be, I'm not gonna draw the whole thing because I know there's a space here, so I'm just gonna draw this one and this one all together, okay? So from the same point here and here, done. Come here, from the same point here and here, done. Let me just redo this one. Okay, here as well. Easy. So now I have indicated this, and this. Okay, let me erase the extra lines. Also delete this one because this is empty space, right? This is just very roughly for your understanding, but now I'm gonna start by drawing this. Okay, so we're gonna go down a distance of 2 centimeters from here. All right, so let me do this. Let's go down some distance. Let's just mark it for now. And also we're gonna need to go down here. So let me draw all the vertical lines all together right now. And let me draw this one to save time. This should go down as well until this point, in which this line that I drew earlier. We're gonna have to go down here some distance. Let me just draw it now. Just draw all the vertical lines together to save time. All right, so now I'm gonna have to go down 2 centimeters here. Just gonna measure it, 2 centimeters. Okay, this is 2. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect these 2 lines. I only measure once, no need to measure twice, okay? The triangle will do the work for us using intersection, okay? So now I'm gonna draw this line until it intersects with the vertical line that I drew earlier. Next, I'm gonna flip the triangle and I'm gonna draw this line until it intersects with this one, okay? So now we have drawn this line, and this line. So the right side, now we can say it's finished, okay? So let's continue to the left side. All right, so let's start from here, okay? Let's go down, same thing that we did. We'll just draw a vertical line, draw a vertical line, vertical line. This line we will check later. Just draw a vertical line, and here just draw a vertical line. Anyway, we'll fix it later, but so what is this distance? We said exactly same procedure. We said this is 2 centimeters. No need to measure twice, measure once. Connect them, raise the extra very, very quickly. Now flip the triangle. This will intersect with this one. We'll just erase this one. And then same thing again. Just connect this line, okay? Clear? Let me just make this bold for you. All right, clear? So what now? We can see that we have to go down a distance of 4.8, which is 4.8, and then go in both directions from this point. So let's go down a distance of 4.8. Let me just draw it. Okay, and then let's measure now. Let's put the triangle. 4.678 right here, okay? Very roughly. All right, we have the triangle. We will, similarly to the figure, we will go here and we will go here, 30-degree angle. Okay, done. And then we'll go this way, to the left side. Now, we will go to the left side until we intersect with this line. This is why we drew it earlier, okay? So, we'll just draw a line, stop when we face this figure, continue afterwards, and then done. This will be extra. Again, connect the intersection with this. Now, this will be extra. Okay? Clear? Now, we can say that the top shape is finished now. Alright? Let me just make it bold for your understanding. Alright. So you can imagine the figure. Let me just do this. Finally, here. Okay. Anyway, just to get an idea. All right. Let me do this one. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I just want you to imagine the figure. So, what we're gonna do now is very simple. Let me just clean it up. From the intersection of this point, we're gonna go like this, okay? Which is the same point that will intersect with this one. And then we're gonna go like this. Now, there is a difference in the length. That means there might be, we might have measured wrong, okay? So let me measure once again. What is the distance from here to here? And what is the distance from here to here? This is 2. So let me just redo this one. Okay, again, using the T. Let me just fix this one. Yeah, this is exactly 80, which is 8 centimeters. So this is right accurate that it's 80. So the very tiny difference was because this line wasn't completely 80. So now since it's completely 80, everything is correct, okay? So when you start from one side, this side should close with the side that you start with, okay? So now, our figure is finished without any circles, right? Without drawing any circles. Very, very easy. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start drawing the circles, okay? So how to draw this? We know that the center, what is the center? The center is 130 from the right side, and obviously, just easier to calculate from the right side, it's 40 because we know the radius of the outer arc, so we just calculate 40, right? And then we will get the center of the this circle, all right? So this is 4, okay? So very, very simply, I'm just gonna take the triangle again. At this point, I'm just gonna do like this. Do center line. And then I'm gonna flip it, and then again, I'm gonna mark at 40, all right? Gonna mark it at 4 here. Then we're gonna draw a center line, okay? Just to indicate where is the center. So this is the center, right? Now we can see the center, right? It's clear. So the intersection is obviously the center of the circle. This is the center of both the arc, the outer arc, this one, and this inside the circle, cylinder, okay? Okay, so let's start with the big arc, okay? This one. How are we gonna do it? We know that the radius is 40. So in order to draw it in isometric, something we need to consider is to make each circle we're gonna draw in a box. So just imagine like drawing a box, okay? And the circle should be inside the box, the same length of the box. That's why we made a box like this, very, very easy to do. And then we're gonna start doing the circle, okay? So let's draw a box that has the same dimensions of the circle. So the arc, the square should be 80 in length and depth, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from here. This is the outside layer of the box. We're just gonna take a distance of 80, okay? Then take a distance of 8 centimeters. And then we're gonna make our box. So this is our box. Can you see it? I'm just gonna make everything bold just for you to understand, but just make your work lines in H or 3H or 2H, whatever, so you can erase it later. But anyway, yeah. So just ignore this part. Imagine that this is the box of your circle. This is 40 and this is 40, okay? Clear? So what we're gonna do now is very, very simple. We're gonna take for jar, and then what we're gonna do is center it right here, okay? Right at this angle. Clear? So the opposite of the big arc. This is considered to be the big arc, okay? And I'm gonna draw a line from here to here, okay? So it should be something like this, okay? So just make sure it fits in both ways. Just keep checking before you draw, okay? Just draw this arc, okay? Anyway, this is a very rough. So this is the first center for this. So how can I draw the one on the bottom? Very, very simply, I decided that I indicate this is the first center. So I go down from the same center, a distance equal to what? A distance equal to the same thickness. So we know that this thickness is 2 centimeters. So simply, I'll just calculate 2 centimeters right here. And this should be the center of the bottom arc. Okay, this is it. And similarly, I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna check that it fits and everything, okay? Let me fix it. And should have something like this, okay? So now we're just gonna erase all the unnecessary lines so we can see the shape. Let me keep the box. Let me keep the box because it will help us. So anyway, so now I draw these two parts. How am I gonna continue the arc? Here. Now there's a simple trick that we're gonna use. Use this triangle, all right? This is 60 degrees, right? flip it to the other side. This 60 degrees will connect it to this center that you used earlier, okay? This is the second center, by the way. This is the second center, right? And this is the first center, okay? So take the 60 degrees to the left side and then connect it to your previous center and draw a line. This line will help us determine the centers for this part, okay? So, and then you take a ruler, any ruler or anything, and connect this point with this point, all right? This angle with this angle, just connect it. No need to draw a line. What we need to do is draw an intersection for the line that we just drew, okay? So something like that. Clear? This point with this point, just make it intersect with the line that you just drew with the 60-degree triangle, and then finished. You have the center. This is the center, and this is the arc should be like this, okay? Just make sure it fits, everything is fine. Okay? All right, so now we don't need this, right? How to draw the bottom part? Same exact way. We go down vertically from the exact point of a value equal to what? 2 centimeters, okay? Simply just draw a line, measure it later. Let's measure it now, okay? This is 2 centimeters will be right here, okay? So let me just delete the line. We just need the point, right? So we know the point is right here, okay? Should be the same length. So if you keep the same opening, it should work, okay? But anyway, you can keep adjusting it, no problem. And then you will draw this arc, okay? Now, how are you going to connect this one with this one? By simply drawing a tangent, right? Just draw a tangent and you're fine. Let me just fix this. This is extra. Draw a tangent, line, right here. Done. Okay? Clear? So this is the outer circle. Just erase this. Again, what do I need? I need to make the box. I deleted this part of the box. After I make the box, this will be my first center. And this, from the same center, I go down a value equal to the thickness, which is 2 centimeters, and make the other center. So this is for this one, and this center is for this one. And then from the same point, using the 60-degree triangle, then draw a line. And after I draw a line with a ruler or anything, just make sure that I make a line that intersects with this point, intersect with the line that we just drew. And then we determined the center of this curve. And then from the same center, we go down 2 centimeters and then we draw the bottom part. Easy? Now, let me erase this. Because I'm going to use this space to draw the other circle, okay? Okay, where's my triangle? Right here. All right, so before we continue, we have draw this part and this part. What we need to do now is to make this part. We know that the total diameter is 40, right? So the box should be 14 length and 14 depth, right? So from this same point, sorry, the box should be, 40 and 40. So from this same point, we should just mark it, okay? Just mark 2 from here and 2 from here. Okay, I've marked the 2 points, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna make a line right here for the box. Just make a line. And then I'm gonna make another line here. And then, similarly, this should be 2 here and 2 here, right? So I'm gonna flip the triangle. Okay. Let me bring the figure. All right. So this is the figure. So I have made the box, right? So let me just draw this again. Just check if the box is accurate. Anyway, I'm doing very roughly, but once you draw it, just make sure that everything is accurate so you don't miss anything and your curves will be tangent to one another, okay? So now, exact same center. Before we start, let's plan everything because now we have 4 parts that we need to draw, not like this one. So we have more work here. So let me just use the small triangle. We're gonna use 60-degree triangle again, 60-degree angle from this point, all right? From this point to this point again. And then from this point to this point. Just do this at first and plan. Okay, this center will be this curve, this center will be this curve, and we will draw these lines to determine these small curves. So let's just, this angle, again, same method, this should intersect with this. Just use a ruler or anything, and then don't draw any line, just draw a small line here and a small line here, okay? By doing that, we determined all the necessary centers. Let's take our jar right here, and then this is the center of this arc, so we'll start drawing like this. Just make sure it fits. Okay, simple. And this is the center. Let me just continue this figure, continue this line. Okay. Yeah. Let me just redo this one because it was not quite on the angle, okay? So from this angle, just make sure you go 60 degrees right here, okay? So, and then again, same thing. Just make sure, yeah, it's almost the same. Anyway, so now we have drawn this one using this center. Now flip it, come here, and then draw this arc very quickly, okay? Just make sure everything fits together. All right, so now I have drawn this one and this one. This is the first center and this is the second center, okay? What now? We're gonna have to draw this one and this one. We have already decided the center. This is the center of the right part. It is very small, so just be careful. Okay, let me just make sure it fits and everything. Okay. Next, this is the center of this part. Let me make sure it fits. Okay. So now we have drawn this circle. So what is missing? This part is missing, right? So how to draw this part? From this same angle, go down thickness of 2 centimeters again, okay? let me just draw a line and then let's measure it of 2 centimeters. Right here, right? Okay, so this should be the center of my curve. And it should be here, same thickness as above, same opening, just like this, okay? Now we have finished this shape, okay? You can keep the work lines if it's in H, it should be in H, not HB. So we can see the circle and other things, but I'm drawing in B and HB just for your understanding, okay? So in reality, this part and this part should have also different centers, but I don't want to complicate things for you, so just use this center for the interior curve, and this will be sufficient, okay? So you can keep the box or delete it. If it's in H, very light, just keep it, no problem. Just make sure all your work lines are in H or 2H or something like that, because we have a lot of work lines in this figure, okay? Clear? So we have finished this. What is left? We don't need this as well. So what is left? This part is left, okay? This part is left. What is the distance from here to here? It's 16, meaning this opening will be the same as it will be in the middle of this 80, okay? So in order to be in the middle of this 80, we will go a distance of 16 from here, which is 1.6. 1.6, okay? And then we will go up. And then what is this opening? Again, same method, same everything. The radius is 24, so the total diameter is how much? 48, right? So we're gonna measure 48 or 4.8, okay? A 4.8 distance right here, okay? And then we're gonna go up some distance just for clarification. All right, so what is the distance from here to the center of the circle and also the beginning of the wall or the vertical line? It's 20. So I should measure 2 centimeters right about here. And then this will be my center line for this arc, right? So let me just do this. And what is the center line? It will be 2.4, right? Which is the radius, equal to the radius, or half of 4.8, which is 2.4 right here. And then we will simply just go up and make our center line is complete now. Okay, so anyway, let's just make it intersect so you know exactly where is the center line. Okay, so this is our center line, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna again draw a box. Draw a box for this curve. This is 24, so I should go up 24 or 2.4 centimeters and down 24 centimeters, and here 2.4 centimeters and 2.4 centimeters for the bottom side, okay? So let's just go down 2.4. So this is 0 and this is 2.4 right here, okay? Right at this point, okay? Okay, what about this? We go up 2.4. Okay, so this is, even though this is our layer on the bottom, this is even lower than the box is outside our shape. Actually, this is not here. This is an opening, right? So this is our box. Let me just make it in bold for you, for understanding. This is our one part of our box. Now simply, I don't need to measure again, since I measured once, just until it intersect. Done. Again, here from the same point, make it intersect. Done. And then you go down. Okay, so we have made our box. So what now? Very, very similar. From this part, this is the angle, this is the center in which we're gonna draw the opposite arc, okay? Just make sure everything fits. It looks fine. And then we make this. How are we gonna make the small arc? This is considered the small because it's kind of inside. Similarly, the same exact point, we're gonna, with a 60-degree triangle, make a line, and then until it intersects with the other side, we're gonna, nothing is different, same method, same everything. Now we have identified the center of the small arc, okay? Just make sure it's exactly in the center. All right, this is, make sure everything fits. Okay, let me redo this one. All right. Now, it should be like this, okay? You should have something like this, okay? All your work lines, again, should be very, very light in H or something. So, if you're not gonna erase it, it should be very, should not be in bold, okay? Clear? So we have finished our arc. Just delete this, we don't need this. Okay, so we have finished our arc. What is left? Nothing is left. We only just have this triangle left. This is very easy. We have the depth is 10 centimeters and 25 centimeters on this side. According to a scale, this should be 2.5 and this is 1, okay? So, very easy, very straightforward. We're gonna go half centimeters to the left side and half centimeters to the right side, and then go up from this point until we reach the ceiling, this one. And then we're gonna go down from this point, a distance that we're gonna measure, which is 2.5, okay? This should be exactly 2.5. Erase this. The triangle, and then using the triangle again. Now, I need to identify the other points, which is after 1 centimeter from the other point. Very simply, this is 5, this is the other point, okay? Once I have identified both of the points, very simply, how we connect a inclined line, just by a ruler or anything. Once I identify the points, everything else is very straightforward, okay? So now we have finished the drawing. Remember, just a quick reminder how to draw this circle. This part will, this center, okay, sorry, this center, not this, this center that we erased the box will be, let's call it A, okay? Let's call this one A. A is the center of this. And A dash, which is lower, I think it's right here, right? Let's call this A dash because it is the same exact center. Just go lower the same thickness. Let's call this also A dash. This is A dash and this is A. How to draw this line? We have made, if you remember, we have made 60-degree right here. and we have connected. This is basically what we connected, and this is, let's call this B, and let's call this one B. We go down, this is B dash right here, and this is B dash. This is how to draw the outer circle, all right? How to draw the inside, all right? Let me pick a different color. We have made a box, correct? We have made a box. This, it can be actually the same point here. This point, let's call it C, will be this curve, okay? Will be this curve. I'm just gonna do it manually so you get the picture. And this point, let's call it D, will be this curve, okay? Please don't get confused. I know it's complicated, but once you know it, it's gonna be easy, inshallah. All right, so we're gonna draw this line, and we're gonna draw this line, and the intersection, which is this, let's call this E, will be this one, E, okay? And this intersection, let's call it E, will also be this one, okay? If you get confused, just watch the video again and hopefully you'll understand. From the exact same point, we go down 8 centimeters, will be around this point. Let's call it F. F will be this, right? This will be F. Clear? For this side, we have only this center and this center. Very straightforward. Let's call this A, and let's call this A, and let's call this A dash, and let's call this A dash. Done? Okay, so this is the end of figure 3 of this isometric view. Thank you.